Yeah. Yeah, that does happen. All right. California trying to find compensate sterilized victims. That's a weird title. It's awkward. These damn ads. They won't let you read nothing. Oh, okay. It's by Adam Bean yesterday. California trying to find compensate sterilized victims. So, Sacramento, California, about 600 people alive today can have children because can't have children because California's government sterilized them either against their will or without their knowledge. And now the state is trying to find them so it can pay them at least $15,000 each in reparations. So, okay, 600 people alive today. They can't have children because California's government, the government, sterilized them either against their will or without their knowledge. Against their will or without their knowledge. And now the state is trying to find them so they can pay them at least $15,000 each in reparations. 15,000? 15,000. They can't have no babies ever. And you did it against their will and without their knowledge. You're going to be like, I'm sorry, here's 15 grand. Wow. And then they say they're trying to find them. So they're having a hard time finding them. They're probably not going to find them. A large percentage of them, they say 600 people. How many of them are they going to find to give them that 15
Now, wait a minute. You see, you're rambling off before you get into a little bit more meat, and it gets even better. Wait till you see there's two groups of people that are eligible. Wait till you read about that.
Yeah, let me read it.
Remember, I breezed this article over earlier today, so.
I didn't. I just saw the first paragraph, and that was all I needed, and I was like, holy crap, I definitely want to cover this.
Dude, you saw the headline and lost your shit.
Yeah. No, I did. I skipped it. I clicked on the article, and I read like the first paragraph, and I was like, oh, that's it. Let me read another. Yeah, I think the one I just read was all as far as I got, because I was at work. I didn't have time.
Yeah, this is in one of those, and yeah, I'm going to break explicit on this one. This is one of those you read it and go, what in the actual fuck is going on here?
I'm telling you, man, that's what it did to me. It's okay. It says, but after a year of searching, the state has approved just 51 people for payments out of 310 applications. Okay, 51. And they say after a year of searching. So are they really searching for these people? Anyways, there's 1 year left to look before the 4.5 million program shuts down and the challenges remain steep. State officials have denied 103 people, closed 3 incomplete applications, and processing 153 others. But they say it's difficult to verify the applicants as many records have been lost or destroyed. You MFers. 2 groups of people are eligible for the money. Those sterilized by the government during the so-called eugenics movement that peaked during the 1930s, and a smaller group who were victimized while in state prisons about a decade ago. Wow.
Now, I don't know if you remember that story or not, but they had 1 or 2 rampant little doctors running around there. The prison system didn't even know they were doing it until it caught up with them.
They need to know. They have to know. They should be held accountable too.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. The doctors were doing the procedure. They were doing it without the knowledge of the prison system itself either. They were doing it. It was like 1 or 2 of them over the course of a little bit, and they were literally just tying tubes and taking stuff out. Just, it wasn't noticed until like another doctor came in or something like that, or something was really, cross-referenced and looked at, and then they started finding out more.
And I bet you some of them was private prisons. They should be directly held accountable too. So they can only come up with $15,000 for each person because it's coming from the government. Get some out of their ass. Damn, prisons is making profits out the wazoo.
Well, for-profit prisons, in my opinion, is some fucked up shit.
Off top. And I bet you this was happening also not just in the state jails, or whatever. Let's see. Let's read some more. It says, we try to find all the information we can, and sometimes we just have to hope that somebody maybe can find more detailed information on their own, said Linda Glidhill, executive officer of the California Victims Compensation Board that oversees the program. We're just sometimes not able to verify what happened. Okay, that sounds like so much weasel bullshit right there. It's bothering me. Let me read some more. It says California in 2021 was the third state to approve a reparations program for forced sterilizations, joining North Carolina and Virginia. Happened in two other states, but California was the first state to also include more recent victims from its state prison system. The eugenics movement sought to prevent some people with mental illness or physical disabilities from being able to have children. California had the nation's largest forced sterilization program, sterilizing about 20,000 people beginning in 1909. It was so well known that it later inspired practices in Nazi Germany. The state did not repeal its eugenics law until 1979. Of the 45 people approved for reparations so far, 45 people, just 3 were sterilized during the eugenics era, with surviving victims from that time in their 80s, 90s, and beyond. State officials have sent posters and fact sheets to 1,000 skilled nursing homes and 500 libraries across the state in hopes of reaching more of them. The state also signed a $280,000 contract in October with J.P. Morgan, based in Fresno, to launch a social media campaign that will run through the end of 2023. The biggest push will begin this month when the state will pay for TV and radio ads in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento that will run through next October. Okay, I'm starting to realize some of the problems with this because I'm sure with our system, you have to be the one that fills out the application. So, but then how do you even know that this program or whatever is even out there? And then they said that they sterilized these people without them knowing. Then how do they know that they were one of the ones that was sterilized or whatever the hell to even contact these people to begin this process of getting some kind of reparations for it? Like, that's a whole huge freaking mess. I think you should send all the, I know that in their files they can pull this shit up. Send the information to those people directly.
So
Tell them they
I
were
just sent
affected.
you the official gov.ca.gov document on it. Their release that was done on when the program started, December, the end of 2021. Because
Dang.
the program started in January 1st, 2022.
Okay, yeah.
And
Okay.
this is the official, what the government says, hey, here's what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Let me read some more of this. Where did I stop?
It's basically
Radio
telling
ads.
you without opinion what they're trying to.
Okay, I'm gonna go to it though. The opinion is, you know, this AP is pretty okay. It says the hope is that victims' friends or relatives will see the ads and help their loved one apply for the program. Only victims are eligible for payments, but if a victim dies after being approved but before receiving the total payment, they can designate a beneficiary, such as family member, to recover the money.
Well, it sure ain't
Receive the
gonna be
money.
their kids.
Mm, that's ooh. Social workers are the people that's working in the damn nursing home. We take that. Let me read this. It says, we take that mission very seriously to find these folks, Glenn Hill said. Nothing we can do can make up for what happened to them. The second group eligible for reparations comprises people who were sterilized in California prisons. The state audit found 144 women were sterilized between 2005 and 2013. Damn, that's recent. With little or no evidence, they were counseled or offered alternative treatments. State lawmakers responded by passing a law in 2014 to ban sterilizations in prison for birth control purposes while still allowing for the medically necessary procedures. Damn. So 2005 through 2013, they were still doing this. Let me read some more. It says, it's been much easier to find records verifying those victims as their procedures happened recently. State officials have sent letters to inmates believed to have been sterilized and urged them to apply while also putting up flyers in state prisons advertising the program. Wendy Carrillo, a Democratic member of the California Assembly who pushed to get the program approved, says she will ask lawmakers to extend the application deadline beyond 2023. She wants to give victims more time to apply, and she wants to expand the program to include victims who were sterilized at county-funded hospitals. Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors apologized in 2018 after more than 200 women were sterilized at the Los Angeles USC Medical Center between 1968 and 1974. I'm not thrilled with the numbers that we are seeing so far, but I believe that as we exit out of COVID, we begin to fully work at our full capacity, meaning that we are able to do community meetings and in-person meetings and more direct outreach other than behind a computer and through Zoom. Things will change, she said. Finding inmates who were sterilized is still a challenge, Gledhill said. It's a population that may not be very trusting of government given what happened to them. The just sign these papers and we're gonna give you some money. What? Nah, something ain't right. I don't believe in free money. You didn't already sterilize me. What more you want to do to me now? If I sign these papers, what that mean? Let me read some more. It says, one of those people in Moonlight Pulido who was serving a life sentence for premeditated attempted murder while in prison in 2005, Pulido said a doctor told her he needed to remove two growths that could be cancer. She signed a form and had surgery. Later, something didn't feel right. She was constantly sweating and not feeling like herself. She asked a nurse who told her she had a full hysterectomy, a procedure that removes the uterus and the cervix and sometimes other parts of the reproductive system. Damn. She was going through menopause.
Menopause.
Yeah, as a result of the hysterectomy. Let me read some more. Pulido was shocked. She was 41 years old at the time, already had children, and was serving a life sentence. But she said the doctor took away her right to start another family, something that deeply affected her. Well, how is she going to start another family if she's locked up for life? Not to give them excuses for what they did. It's foul. But that just sounds weird. Let me read some more. I'm Native American, and we as women were grounded to Mother Earth. We're the only life givers. We're the only ones that can give life, and he stole that blessing from me, she said. I felt like less than a woman. Now, I really feel her on that part. It's like taking my womanhood away. Like, that's fucked up. Let me read some more. It says, Pulido was released on parole in January 2022, working with the advocacy group Coalition for Women's Prisoners. She applied for reparations and was approved for a $15,000 payment. I sat there and I looked at it and I cried. I cried because I had never had that much money ever in my life, she said. 15 G's go fast. You could spend that at Home Depot. Let me read some more. Pulido could get more money. The state has 4.5 million for reparations, and whatever is left over once the program ends will be divided up evenly among approved victims. Oh, that's cool. So at least if they don't find the other people, and the ones that they did can get a little bit more because 15,000 is nothing. Pulido says she spent some of the money fixing up a car and someone gave her when she got out of prison. She's trying to save the rest. Known as Deanna Henderson for most of her life, Pulido said she changed her name shortly before being released from prison, taking an inspiration from gazing at the moon outside the window of her cell. Deanna was a very hurt little girl that cried a lot of hurt baggage, and I got tired of carrying all that around, she said. I lived in darkness for so long, I want to be part of the light. That's going to be part of my name. I bet you she blows through that money, talking about she's going to save it. That money is going to be gone so fast. 15 G's. Can you even buy a new car for that? A new car costs more than that.
Pre-pandemic, there were a couple of models you could get for about 12 to 13 if you just got the basic model and know how to drive a stick.
But what about now? Probably not now.
I think now the lowest is in the 15. Now there's still some new ones in the 12,000 range, but they're like, my 6'2", 250-pound ass would need to strap one on each foot.
Yeah, that's messed up. It's really foul. Here's 15 G's. Go buy you a car. Well, maybe not. Right here. Houston area.